Everyone comes from different networks, but we are all connected to the same hub. The interesting part, however, is how our networks are joined and the path they take. My path began with this piece of paper. With this piece of paper, I was able to apply to college, where I would then be accepted into Baruch College. I was introduced to a peculiar set of people who later on would make a great contribution to my life here at Baruch. Over the past year and a half, I've worked for and alongside this man, Jesus Gil. He gave me a sense of independence. He showed me that in order to get something done, you can't always rely on others. Sure, you may sometimes have your own group or clique, but it's best once in a while to separate yourself and take charge. If you see something about to fall, you're not just going to stand there and let it fall. You're going to try your best to catch it. I believe we should apply this not just to our leadership lives or careers, but to our everyday lives. Work, even though it may get hectic, can sometimes be an escape for me. A place where I'm surrounded by people who always know how to have a good time. My college experience began in the summer with basic math classes. It was also where I was introduced to the UMLA and learned what it was all about. After the summer, the real work began in the fall, where things got a little bit challenging. But when it came to academics, there was always someone who I can turn to and ask for help.
P is equal to that, G is equal to that. These are the ones that I don't know.
Oh my god, you're useless.
No, Way is good. Way is helping. You see, Way is helping.
Having a support group within the college community during my first year made a major impact on my performance. Generally, I perform best while alone, but I'm terrible when it comes to group effort. I've been pushed by my fellow classmates to be more outgoing and outspoken. One of the greater experiences of college is the people you meet and the relationships you create. Hanging out with these guys have been awesome. I would have never had the opportunity to meet a greater group of people, such as Calvin, Mitch, who's a great help when it comes to just about anything.
No. If you really want to do it, just do it like this. Oh, this, that.
Very nice green scene.
Joshua, who just loves to goof around, and when you get to know him, he's a funny dude. Michael, who just can't seem to stay awake no matter what the occasion. And of course, everyone else. We as a group normally have discussions about what's happening in our society. I tend to craft my own opinion and hypotheses on what's really going on. When it comes down to conflict, we are quick to blame others, when in fact, the blame, there is no true solution to completely obliterating any social issue. If a seed falls on the ground, it still has every opportunity to grow. There is hope, however, within every being, and as long as you can reach and grab at least one person, it's one step closer in the right direction.
If we haven't solved these issues yet, will we ever? Of course, the answer is much more complicated than a simple yes or no. You are the answer. We need one person who can commit to finding answers, not the answer.
With an initiative and mission statement, it is possible to make a difference, no matter how minute it may be on a global scale. This is what I and we are exposed to, but do not always acknowledge. The fight will go on. We all have our battles. The battle I'm fighting is college, and the concept of higher education. But I'm not fighting this battle alone. I have my brothers alongside me.
Slice in the
It ain't got this. You got this. You got. Don't worry about it. I can't into the emotions.
candy.
Cups of the rose, bitches in my old phone. I should call when and go home. I've been in this club too long. A woman that I would try. is happy with a good guy. But I've been drinking so much.
And
Oh, you guys.
the first step into manhood, right? This is your first step into manhood.
This is funny.
Heart's racing and it's getting pretty hard to breathe. The lights dance on both their faces. Your eyes, they sparkle bright. The beating of my heart draws closer, but my brain is losing.
Where do I go from here? I'm not sure. When you start something, you're not 100% sure where you're going to end up. You just know that you're here now and you're doing it. The most important thing is that you stick with what you're doing. If you're going to change your path, you change where you're going. But it doesn't necessarily matter where you're going. It doesn't matter where I'm going. I see the end. I know which path I'm headed down. But the question is, I don't know how I'm going to get there. We never know how we're going to get there. The only thing we know is our final destination. The most important thing of our journey is our actual journey. It's about how you get there, not why you're there, and what you go through to get there. This is just the beginning. This is the end of the first year of college. To make it through, I have to focus on my work. I guess you can say being a leader is part of that, part of taking the initiative, but being a leader has nothing to do with that. It's all about what you want for yourself, and how it benefits you, not necessarily at first those around you. I can't say that I've changed much from the first time I stepped in through those doors, but I have gained more knowledge and experience, not only about the whole college life, but about the world that I'm living in. Within the college system, I have several support groups here at Baruch. The SIG program and the Urban Male Leadership, whatever, and the Umla program acts as a step guide. However, there's a point where you must break up. There is a point where you have to cut the umbilical cord. You can't create a lack of dependency. There's a point where you become independent and branch off on your own. It's not that time yet, but when the time comes, I'll be ready.
I just want to let you guys all know that Do It hired me. So this is me before my math test and Chrissy's video. 5 minutes of the video is done, but I'll get the rest done. Channel remote is on. Let's get it. That's it.
No final. Wagwan by what you do when I say up on the scene I do Mr. Vegas on the show. You say Wagwan.